kipima ko bangka ane agung tunggu lalu lasi nilitung kami no otomas kansil tum han ketune ini tuju bangalen no sung uji latung sakuri abeden poti sung uji aben asuma ta katherak uji jerpu jerpi tum ta katherak uji nipe nipu nikoti ninje sakuri dulu ko penan kaci hok do nekan si ini tumi di kolam kali nekan krihini ni an play lo pulo tante abi ke dotani ante de la ana chokche pulo tante PCP ni jamano Thomas Council dun la ana ke left la he asai ke tu la bakso nekan krihini on si dise la ko de lo la bakso frank me ala itu chini ne der mana hai ala itu lo hai kan to ko alo kan ala itu khatal le la ji la chini unji ante de la no se ake chokche kabe jamano Thomas Council me se kachini kabe ke jezari ke kosa nam de ne jezari ke sakuri do bhat de ne tapi ni nengkan krihini ke la he tu do bhat lo pulo ta pini la do bhat la son ke pulo ta la ke mane online ko bang sendiri tu na ke matha se nilihin ke na paklan ni na paklan tu ko na paklan tu ko ta ko wa se de ne na sabso ni ko na pasen
their new act so that the deserving candidate of Karbi Anglong, so that the department personnel of Karbi Anglong could feel secure about their futures, about their job, rather than terminating any department personnel in vim and fancy manner. So, through this press meet, we would like to appeal once again that the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council should reconsider their decisions regarding the serving of so-called notice to those forest personnel, those 340 personnel, but instead the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council should reinstate back or should take back those forest personnel in the department. And number two, if the Forest Department of Karbi Anglong are facing a shortage of forest personnel in their respective department, then they should provide a new advertisement so that new fresh faces, so that new fresh appointments are made, so that the youth of Karbi Anglong could get employable opportunity in the forest department. Rather than terminating those forest personnel, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council should appoint new, rather than terminating, they should appoint new forest personnel in the department. So that whatever gap is there in the forest personnel, those gaps should be filled up by the new appointments or new forest personnel in the department, rather than taking actions to terminate their job. So we would like to appeal once again that Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and CM Tuniram Rohan should reconsider his decisions of serving so-called notice and should reinstate back those forest personnel as early as possible in their job. Considering on humanity ground and also in regard to the performance of the forest department of Karbi Anglong. Thank you. Tuniram Rohan to kindly reconsider and reinstate those more than 340 forest personnel back to their job, because in these critical conditions, if more than 340 forest personnel are laid off by the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, then it's going to hamper the society, to hamper the family, and also the entire system in the department. So we appeal once again to reinstate back those forest personnel as early as possible, like usually before. And the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council have stated that in 2016 a notice was served by the Personnel Department of Government of Assam to hold any interview of grade 3 and grade 4. And in that report or in that notice, it has been categorically mentioned in point number 1. There are altogether 3 points, but in point number 1, it has already mentioned that if a written test is conducted, but an interview have not yet been called on 25/12/2016, then those personnel should be served, those personnel should be appointed as per the advertisement given in the given by the department. So in that notifications, the governments have not written that those persons who have been appointed before 2016, those department, those forest personnel or whatever department personnel should be terminated from their job. So, respecting that notice from the Personnel Department of Government of Assam, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council should reconsider their decisions and reinstate back those 340 forest personnel in the department. And the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council also, the CM of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council also mentioned that fresh written test will be conducted for the recruitment of the forest personnel. But those those forest personnel who have been serving since 2012, those forest personnel will not have the ability or the capacity to freshly write any kind of written test or to participate in any kind of interview. So this will be a futile exercise by the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, and also this will deprive the 340 forest personnel from their job. So this is a huge injustice for those 340 forest personnel. So instead of doing injustice by the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, they should take back and they should reinstate back those forest personnel as early as possible. So, and also regarding the educational qualification, as our previous, as my acquaintance have already mentioned that prior to 2016 notifications for working in the forest department, the minimum qualification required was class 10 or class 12. But after the notifications of 2016, a new notification, a new rules, and new guidelines were issued by the government of Assam that persons who are willing to join in the forest department should have the minimum qualifications of graduate or other technical streams or other technical requirements required by the departments. But Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and also the CM of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council should remind himself that Karbi Anglong is a 6th schedule area, and in 6th schedule area or in the district council, forest department is an inherent subject. And in the 6th schedule, the constitutions have already given us the legislative and the executive power. The legislative power, which means the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, have the authority to make any law. The Karbi Anglong executive means the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council have the authority to implement those laws. So, if the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council CM, if he is a dynamic leader of Karbi Anglong, and if he is the strongest leader of Karbi Anglong, then he should revoke those kind of law, those kind of notification issued by the government of Assam. Instead, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council should create